oh no, she did not just lie to my face in the camera screen. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I upload weekly videos just talking about the things that are going on the internet, mostly with fat acceptance and their crazy talking points. And we usually do a deep dive using some research, some logic, and a little bit of sass. So if you like today's video, I hope that you will like and subscribe so you never miss another upload from me. And now that that's out of the way, I just wanted to share, I have been working on video script after video script, kind of just pulling some of my ideas and thoughts together to try to make them somewhat coherent because, let's be real, I am a rambler if I don't do that for myself. And a common theme has come out in these next sort of few videos, including some of my last videos. And that theme is people not understanding how something works, whether it be biology, anatomy, physiology, insurance. And instead of saying, hey, I don't know how this thing works, or I don't know enough about this to have an opinion, let me go and try to figure it out, or maybe ask for some feedback. Oh no, in the era of social media, we just fire up our cameras and we make a video, and we don't care if we look like fools because we don't know what we're talking about. So today I want to take a look at Miss Alexandra Rodriguez and her new video where she thinks an insurance company is discriminating against her for denying her life insurance. And you all have asked me multiple times, I see the requests in the comment section to cover Alexandra Rodriguez. Her channel used to be called Learning to Be Fearless. And while I haven't been able to do a comprehensive deep dive into her content, because admittedly I don't watch her content regularly like I do with the other people that I've talked about on this channel, I wanted to talk a little bit about this video because I have watched just enough to know that she has said some wrongful things and she has lied in this video talking about discrimination. So without further ado, let's get into it. So when I clicked on Alex's video, the first thing I noticed right off the bat is this weird, like, it's so quirky to be fat, it's part of my personality, look at me. And she does this by saying, like, look at me, I'm a chubby girl, I'm chunky and funky, and just other things like that. That let us know that this is a quirky trait for her, right? Part of her personality. The way that we see other fat acceptance people doing this and sort of latching onto this as their sort of identity.
Fat girl's about to go on a rant. Cue the keyboard warriors. No secret, I'm a plus size girl. I am chunky and funky, fat girl, whatever.
She also sets out from the very beginning saying, here I am, I'm fat and I'm complaining, so get ready, keyboard warriors. Basically saying that anyone who plans to disagree with her is a troll or a keyboard warrior, even though a lot of people in her comment section were trying to give her really solid advice. And the overarching premise of her entire video is being denied by life insurance, and they denied her due to her build. Now, she got the email, or it might have been a letter, she put a screenshot in her video, basically saying you were denied due to the following causes, and then it just said build. Which, don't get me wrong, when I first saw that, I mean, I had the same reaction I just did there, where I kind of was like, huh? Like, what? Because I've not actually ever seen that as like a denial reason. So that just made me curious, like what company she was even working with, because she said it was like a third-party vendor. But anyway, we'll leave that aside. She gets this denial letter and she's immediately like, well, it's discrimination. They're discriminating against me because of my body size, even though body size doesn't correlate with health and I'm healthy and they didn't ask, so that's discrimination. I'll let you take a look for yourself.
So I recently decided to apply for life insurance, you know, big deal. So I went through like this third party place that like will match you with insurances, like cool. That way it's kind of like a little shopping marketplace situation. So This guy then proceeds to ask me like 1,000,001 questions, which is exactly what I expect. It takes about like 15 to 20 minutes. It's a lot of health questions, you know, checking in on my background, like just asking me all about my health. The questions in the survey is like, have you recently in the last few months lost more than 20 pounds? And I'm like, yes, lost a lot of weight recently. So, you know, granted, I'm like, that should, I don't know, help. I don't know. Even so, the problem is, we'll get to what the problem is. So he takes all of my information and he's like, all right, we're sending off your application, should be Gucci. You'll get like a letter in the mail with all your info, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So it's been a few weeks and I just got a letter in the mail this morning. Your application has been denied due to the following reasons, : one word, build. Okay. So there's so much to unpack here, let alone you just denying me for my build when literally that's you just saying to me, you are too fat. Do you have diabetes? Do you have high cholesterol? Do you have a family history of XYZ? Nope, you're just too fat.
So fun fact about me, I actually worked for a top insurance company in the United States just for a few years, and I was not high and mighty, but I was licensed to sell auto insurance in 7 states. That is just a thing that I did for like 2 years of my life. It was miserable. I hated working in a call center, but it gave me a little bit of an understanding of how insurance companies work from the inside out. So insurance companies work with a lot of objective actuarial tables, and these tables are created off of all of the data that they are gleaning from their policyholders. So if you're a policyholder for a life insurance or an auto insurance policy, they keep track of data and statistics relating to how often people have accidents, how often people are needing to make claims based on things that are happening, and they pull all of that data together to create these tables. And they have entire teams of analysts, and some insurance companies have analysts for the analysts. Like, it is insane, and they have their acceptance rate down to a science. Insurance companies have teams of analysts building out these actuarial tables. It's actually how the BMI charts were originally created, because they had massive sets of data from their policyholders that were telling them people with higher BMIs, higher body weights, were needing to use their policies more often, which means that the insurance companies were having to pay out on those policies. And insurance companies are in the business of making money, not wanting to pay out on their policies. So that is how that chart was created. And I know, before you say it, the BMI chart is racist. And like, how dare they use that to decide whether they should insure Alexandra? Don't you know she's body positivity? She's into fat activism. Yes, I know, but these are the charts that they've created based on their policy holders and their business model of wanting to make money. They're not in the business of insuring everyone. But even if we removed BMI and those actuarial tables from the entire equation, insurance companies also don't like to take on risk, because risk means the chance of losing money. Again, something that they don't want to do. And so some of those analysts, there are whole groups of like fraud detection. There are whole groups out there to make sure that you are telling the whole truth when you put in applications. And if they watched even an ounce of Alex's most popular videos where she talks about her health and her weight, they would realize that she is a risk taker, and that is a risk that they might not want to take by offering her a policy. When you apply for life insurance, an insurance company is saying, they're basically calculating with these charts whether you're going to live long enough and pay in enough premiums for them to have made money off of you when they have to finally pay out what you're paying for. And while that's morbid, it is the truth. That is their business model. Even without the weight loss issues, Alex has proven time and time again that she is willing to take risks with her health and her life. Well, throughout her channel's history, Alex has documented for us and highlighted her battle with her weight. She has gone on multiple diets, she has yo-yo dieted, she has rapidly lost and gained weight, like more than 70 pounds worth of weight. She's gotten multiple weight loss surgeries and so on. Even the most extreme fat acceptance activists are saying that yo-yo dieting is bad for your life expectancy. Even they will admit that while they're arguing against diet culture. Technically, they're arguing against fad diet culture, but they don't care to define that for some reason. But it's their number one reason for hating diet culture. So even someone who's in the body positivity movement or capitalizes off of it the way Alex does should know that yo-yo dieting the way she has is bad for life expectancy. Ding, ding, ding. One of the reasons that life insurance is going to deny you when they can. She's also shown her willingness to take risks with her health by getting lap band surgery at age 16 in Mexico. She has 2 storytime videos talking about her lap band experience where she describes that she went to Mexico to get the lap band surgery because she couldn't get it in the United States because she was 16, a minor, and U.S. insurance wasn't approving it. And I tried to go back and look. It's a little bit hard to find out why they weren't, but it's possible that it wasn't having good results for minors and or it wasn't studied thoroughly enough on minors. And instead of saying like, oh, maybe this is a risk, she worked around that risk by traveling to Mexico to get the surgery anyway, which again proves she's willing to take risks with her life and her health. And I want to take 1 minute to clarify that I am not saying that traveling to Mexico for surgery is risky. Mexico has state-of-the-art medical facilities. They have great doctors down there, the same as the US system. Both have good doctors, both have bad doctors, both have good hospitals, both have bad hospitals. That's not the point. The point for me is one of the big reasons that people travel to Mexico to get surgeries is that it's less expensive than the US, which honestly, more power to you. The US system is a disaster, but that is a talking point for another day. The problem for me and the reason that I would put 2 and 2 together that she was taking a risk by going to Mexico is that in addition to it being cheaper, it is very likely that she was still price shopping and looking for the lowest price lap band surgery. She already told us in this video that she was calling about life insurance but wanted to pay the lowest premium.
So I fill it all out online. They call me and they're like, okay, so the lowest price option, because I'm like, yeah, I want the lowest price for what I'm looking for with the life insurance. What's my best option? And they're like, okay, so it'll be this one. That's the lowest. And I'm like, oh, all right, already that's higher than expected.
Even in this video, she told us that she is shopping for the lowest priced life insurance. So what makes you think that she wouldn't go and look for the lowest priced surgery to get the lap band surgery? And it's when people do this, when they price shop, when they try to find the cheapest place in Mexico, that sometimes it's a deadly surgery. Because when you shop for the lowest price, you're often not shopping for quality. Because you can't have something that's quality and cheap. The two just typically don't work together. Additionally, she has put herself through multiple weight loss surgeries and cosmetic surgeries relating to her weight, including the lap band, which we just talked about. She's had gastric bypass surgery, she's had tummy tucks, etc. And even through all of that, she still struggles with her weight. She has lost 110 pounds since getting gastric bypass surgery, but has recently admitted that she's struggling a little bit with that and struggling with trying to stay healthy and not regain weight. And I want to pause for just a second because I am empathetic. I am also overweight and I have also struggled with my weight, as I've talked about on this channel. So I'm empathetic. I get it and it's hard. And I know what it's like to fight to try to lose weight. But what Alex fails to realize is that her videos where she's talking about these topics are showing that she has yet to gain control of her eating disorder And even in one of her earliest videos, she admitted that she was diagnosed with binge eating disorder.
I'm happy with my body now. I'm happy with the way that I eat and have control now. I don't suffer from binge eating disorder anymore, but binge is a whole nother thing. I will link that video down below if you're looking for like tips and causes and everything like that, because that's a completely different issue. And I'm not saying you can just go and cure your binge eating disorder with a surgery, a weight loss surgery. So don't do that, because it absolutely stems from other issues as well.
But even with a diagnosis, she hasn't been able to fix it and correct the issue. These are all things that the insurance company can compile together as your entire medical history and use to deny you when you go and ask for coverage. And now I want to get to the crux of the video. This, for me, I literally had to pause it because I was like, oh no, she did not just lie to my face in the camera screen. Let's talk about it. So she's sitting down and she's going on and on and on about how they used her build to deny her coverage. And she starts to kind of drift into the body positivity, fat acceptance talking points when she's shouting at the camera that weight and health are not the same thing. So she thinks being denied by build is discrimination because it doesn't show her health history. And she even goes as far as to say she would have been less mad if they had asked her for a physical or asked her for her family history. And then somewhere in there, she squeezes in that she does not have any genetic issues in her family medical history, that it's clean, that it's good, and that she's healthy. But that is simply not true. And we are going to use Alex's own words to prove that. So here you go.
First of all, I know you're going to comment, whatever, just do it and have a great friggin' time. The bottom line is health and weight are not the same. You can be healthy at a bigger size. There is no number on the scale that equals health. If you had any other legitimate reason for denying me of life insurance when I'm just trying to give you my hard-earned money here, just trying to pay you, but no, you are discriminating against me because of my weight and assuming that I am unhealthy, even though under my doctor's standard, I am living super healthily. You didn't try to check my blood work. You didn't try to check me at a physical. You didn't even hear the fact that I have a great family health history. It's just simple discrimination against my size.
I am having gastric bypass surgery. When you're watching this, I will be in surgery. But I am not feeling good. Over the last year, I've started to develop really bad lower back pain, knee pain, and ankle pain. And that's something that I've never felt before. And that was a huge reality check for me. And it really hit me when, Yar and I were talking about starting a family. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I can't. I mean, I could, but I don't think I would be comfortable. I honestly don't think I would feel good at all carrying a child, like with the lower back pain and the knee pain that I've been feeling. And that was a huge, huge moment for me. I'm like, I think I need to put my health first, but I know I need to get some of this excess weight off me because I'm not feeling good anymore. This is all about health for me. It's all about health for me. I did WW last year. Was it last year at this point? I don't even know. I lost 50, gained back 70. I'm just exhausted with this uphill battle. And I know a major part of my family has had gastric bypass and had great results. I know a lot of people won't believe it. A lot of it for me is genetic.
It took me all of 2 minutes to find her gastric bypass surgery. I played it on 2x speed until I heard her say those words that I just shared with you, that she has a line of people in her family who have gotten gastric or bariatric surgeries. So which one is it, Alex? Do you have a clean bill of health from your family medical history, or do you have a long line of folks who have gotten bariatric and gastric surgeries? Like, I literally, when she said it, I was like, whoa, hold the phone. I watched that bariatric surgery posts. I remember other reaction channels talking about it, which is how it got brought to my attention. And somewhere in the back of this brain, I was like, I remember her saying that someone else in her family has had gastric bypass surgery. So how could she sit in this video talking about discrimination and saying that none of that existed and that her family medical history is like chef's kiss perfect? It's mind-blowing to me. It's a little bit like you forgot that the video evidence of you saying otherwise existed. So I couldn't not just put these two things together to make it a point that she blatantly lied in this discrimination video, which means she could have potentially lied to the insurance company, which is again grounds for denial. And now, I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Insurance companies do their research. They have teams upon teams of people making sure that people are telling them the whole truth and not committing fraud because they don't want to pay you. That is their whole business model. They want to make money off of you. They want you to pay your premiums every month and then never need to use your policy. And I'm not saying that that's right, and I'm not defending insurance companies, but that's literally why they've spent years building out these actuarial tables using policyholder data, because they're developing the best model that they can to complete that objective, which again is to make money off of you and then not pay your policy. But deep down, I think that Alex knew that. I think she still knows that. And I think she didn't care. I think she decided that she needed to just fire up the camera in that moment, try to use the heat of fat acceptance and fat activism online to draw attention to herself, to get clicks, to get views, and to make some money. Because she is also in the business of making money. And she has a history of capitalizing off of the body positivity movement when she needs it. Even going as far as calling it her brand.
I knew in my heart and in my gut and in my soul that I should share that with you guys. And I heard so many different things from people in my life telling me not to share it, especially a manager figure. I'll never forget when I talked to her about it. I told her, I'm like, look, I feel like I need to share this. And she told me it would affect my body positive brand and that it wouldn't be smart to share. And I listened.
And she does all of this while going on multiple diets, getting tummy tucks, lap band surgery, etc., etc., etc. She is known for lying on her channel, and it's all to make a quick buck because again, she is also in the business to make money, no matter who it hurts. And that is why I wanted to draw attention and talk about this video, because it's inflammatory for really no good reason other than making money. So I guess I'll leave it there. How did you feel when you watched Alex's video? Did you think it was discrimination? Did you catch on to her lies? Feel free to let me know in the comment section below, because I'd love to know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you want another Alex video or you want that deep dive into her content, please like this video and leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!